Hello there, Pierre Rupé here. Behind me is a Toyota RAV4 with multiple random misfire. So I'm in it today trying to diagnose what's going on with it. I did some preliminary preliminary diagnosis on it. That's why I know that it's got multiple random misfires. So pretty much cylinder 1 through 4 are misfirings. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to deal with multiple random misfires on an engine like this. Stay tuned.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100.
So this is an older engine. There are certain things that we can do because it's got a cable. I haven't seen this in a long time. So it's got a cable. I can accelerate it for you guys and you can see how it accelerates. It hesitates upon acceleration. Initial acceleration, it hesitates. Check this out. Initial acceleration hesitated. So technically it idles just fine. The problem is acceleration. We accelerate it, it hesitates. So when you have multiple random misfire, it could have to do with the air delivery. You can check your air filter to see, because it's something that's affecting all cylinders. Normally it's air delivery, fuel pressure might be too low, or you might have in the fuel system, the fuel pressure regulator may be defective. But you gotta go after something that's technically going to affect every cylinders. But this vehicle has been to the shop before. They had them replace all the coils. It's got brand new coil on plugs, all 4 of them. And I heard they also replaced the spark plugs. So I can double check the job that they did on this vehicle. But let me start by something that's very easy. I'm gonna start with the engine air filter. Over here, very easy to get to. Engine air filter looks good. It's in really good condition. I don't see any obstruction right here. And I also check the intake air duct. There is no restriction at all. Everything looks good. There's no squirrel in there. And I look inside here. Everything looks good. So air delivery, I guess it's fine. And I can also go deeper to go to the throttle body, but I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna double check those spark plugs that those guys replaced. So I gotta tell you guys, I cheated a little bit, because when the owner called me over to take a look at this vehicle and I heard all the work was done to it before I removed the spark plugs, and the spark plugs, the gap was really wide, and something idling was affected to it. This vehicle didn't really idle that well, but then I closed the gap a little bit, and those spark plugs, I don't really know the specification, but I know that they're way too wide, all spark plugs. And you can tell they did not adjust the gap. So what I did, I closed the gap a little bit, just eyeball it. Then the vehicle ran much better, accelerated much better. They even thought it was fixed, but I couldn't get rid of the code, and I can tell that it's not really accelerating well. I'm going to show you the condition of the spark plugs, and today we're going to replace those spark plugs too, since I gotta eliminate the possibilities of something affecting idling and also acceleration. But if you look at the new spark plug, the electrode, you can see the tip. Look at the tip of this electrode and the brand new spark plug. Really nice, and you can see it's there, and the positive, and the one in the middle. If you look at one of the old spark plugs, look how worn out the electrode looks. So you can see on the negative electrode, the one on the side, I tap it down a little bit just to close the gap, because the gap was a lot larger than this. So that's the reason why I'm going to go ahead and replace these old spark plugs. And I'm going to do a top engine cleaning. I'm going to do it with the old spark plugs instead. Just all the gunk out. I don't want all that bad stuff in the new spark plugs. So I'm going to clean the engine with the old spark plugs in, and then I'm going to put the new spark plugs. Now, dealing with random misfires, multiple misfires, you don't know what is misfiring, you know that it's just like you got multiple misfires that are just random. That's all the information that you get. That's why you check something that's coming to all cylinders. Fuel delivery, air delivery, and sometimes you have engine issues in there too. Sometimes it's a skip tooth and the timing chain. So that goes the things. You can go deeper diagnosing these problems, but I give you just the basic on this one. If you really want me to go deeper on random misfires or misfires as a whole, just let me know. But on this one, I think these spark plugs are worn out, and all of them, they've never been replaced before, and this is about it. And fuel delivery, you can check your fuel pressure, you can check your this is not electrically monitored. I'm talking about that fuel pressure regulator. This is just spring loaded. Okay, so you would have a code for it if it were electronically monitored. It's not monitored electronically, so then that's something to keep in mind. Check your fuel pressure, check your air delivery, and all these things. But on this one, I think we had bad spark plugs. Turned out to be a tune-up. I'm okay with that. Now, after replacing the spark plugs, check this out. A lot smoother, a lot more aggressive. I think that's it. Well, if you have this kind of problem, I know this video, the random misfire, the things that can cause a random misfire can go beyond the length of this video. There's a lot more to it. You can have air leaking from the intake manifold somewhere it shouldn't be leaking. For example, if you have an air hose, we call that a vacuum leak. You got a vacuum leak somewhere in the intake manifold. If you have intake manifold gasket that's not sealing well, air will pass through there, then that will create a vacuum leak. Then that can also give you a random misfire. Of course, timing chain, timing belt, skipping a tooth, that can cause that as well. And there are a lot more to it, guys. So I hope this video helped you out. If it did, just give it a like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
As you fade